I hope it is anyway, but it is really all about the stress when we're working with our dogs, and that's what I'm going to share with you today, a protocol that I have developed to release stress in dogs. A little bit about me. How many of you have heard of the Canine Emotional Detox? Okay, say about half. So those of you who don't know what it is, it's working with the dog from the inside out to make sure that they are in a state of mind to learn before we do a behavior modification or intense skills application program, because it does affect a lot in a dog. So the emotional part, it's really just simplistically, it's a stress release protocol for canines and in the right combination. What I'd like you to learn today is what is stress in canines and why do we care, and what's important about it. What health issues can result due to stress, acute or chronic. Acute means that it won't take as long. Chronic means it will take a good long time. Overview of Canine Emotional Detox Stress Release Protocol. Some case studies that I have done. I've done 316 for this particular book coming out soon, hopefully. And how to implement the CED, which is what everybody wants to know, is how do I do it? Well, it sounds simple. It is not simplistic. It's not a cure for everything, but it is a really good way to positively affect the dog's behavior so that you can change it. And then a brief peek into very brief data results that have occurred through my studies. So the content, what is stress, medical definition of stress, the most common cause of stress in dogs, case study of 2 females fighting, an overview, and how to pull it all together, which you'll want to see. And I have a tale of 2 dogs, and we'll take a look at how that was pulled together. A sample final analysis graph and brief samples of the findings. Now, when you're dealing with trainers versus companion dog owners, the trainer part is the final analysis and the analysis that occurs during the Canine Emotional Detox. You will get to know your client better than you have ever known them through a functional assessment or an intake form. You'll have all the information that you need to really work successfully with that challenging dogs. I'm not starting to call it aggression and reactivity anymore. I'm really gearing myself to saying challenging dogs. Yeah. All right, so this is eustress. This is my boy Valor. He's 3 there. And this is a dog like you were talking about. He was exactly the same way. He could not move, he could not play, he could not do this. He could not play with another dog. So Valor is teaching him to just chill out, you know, you'll be fine. And I get teary-eyed seeing this because this dog had never done anything like that before. He can't walk on floors. He couldn't go through doorways. He's stuck under the table when I first met him. Now today, nobody would know the difference. Everybody thinks he's just the happy-go-lucky baby that he is. And my teacher dogs, like I said, are very amazing. So, the right combination to release stress. Sounds simple, looks simple. This is a path, and with paths, we have detours. So this is not a recipe. You still have to look at the individual. This gives you a solid format of a stress release protocol. So there's lots of stress information and lots on stress and lots of books on stress. And I have just developed something that works over and over and over again and tested it on 316 dogs. And it works the same every time, so that's when you know you're onto something. So I always start with looking at nutrition, not nutritionally, but more as a sick dog. I look at these dogs as being sick, so we want to cleanse their system and just put them on a very minimalistic diet for the 3 days, which would be 1 protein, 1 you can call it fiber, maybe pumpkin or, you know, sweet potatoes or something that's just going to push stuff through the digestive system. It takes about 48 hours from mouth to waist. And we're going to talk about waste, so please, to cleanse the system and see what's in there. So what you're seeing in the poo before the CED or the day before is what they put in their mouth 2 days ago. So his day 2 looked like this, the same as Jersey, but while increasing Jersey's mentally tiring activity, I kept Max right to schedule. And then the same as Jersey, except I've just flip-flopped a couple of things for Jersey, as you saw in the previous one. So just stick to that schedule unless you see something that's taking you on a detour, okay? And then change it up a little bit. But you have the solid schedule right in front of you. Because I started to observe Max was more active in the afternoon, I increased his activities then, at that time. So this was his afternoon schedule. Same as Jersey, but different activities. He was very nonchalant about doing a lot of games. It's no wonder he wasn't comfortable at agility. He transferred that to not wanting to do any types of activities. 'Cause I think dogs can have performance anxiety, especially if they were putting them into situations, or just naturally sometimes as well. I know my chancellor had performance anxiety. But if we keep putting them into situations they can't handle, then what do they develop? Performance anxiety.